What's up guys, General Discharge here. Our voices are disguised so we can give you information on just about anything without being detected. Today's video is going to be about the United States Army Rangers. You probably want to know about their capabilities, their training pipeline, and what they do. So stick around, relax, and enjoy the video. We will cover it all. Before we dive into things, take a moment and show us some love and support by liking our video and subscribing to our channel. Your support is our lifeblood. Do not hesitate to ask us questions in the comment section below. We check everything. U.S. Army Rangers are a lethal, agile, flexible force and are the Army's premier direct action raid force who are capable of conducting many complex joint special operations missions. Other capabilities include conducting airborne and air assault operations, seizing key terrain such as airfields, destroying strategic facilities, special reconnaissance, intelligence and counterintelligence, combat search and rescue, personnel recovery and hostage rescue, and counter-terrorism. The 75th Ranger Regiment uses the Big Five philosophy: marksmanship, physical training, medical training, small unit tactics, and mobility for success. The 75th Ranger Regiment has 5 battalions. Rangers are combat ready at all times, capable of deploying within 18 hours of notification. The locations of the battalions are as follows: 1st Battalion, 75th Ranger Regiment, Hunter Army Airfield, Georgia. 2nd Battalion, 75th Ranger Regiment, Fort Lewis, Washington. 3rd Battalion, 75th Ranger Regiment, Fort Benning, Georgia. Regimental Special Troops Battalion, Fort Benning, Georgia. The Regimental Military Intelligence Battalion, RMIB, Fort Benning, Georgia. If you become a Ranger, you'll be stationed at one of those 3 locations. For a quick broad strokes breakdown of the 75th Ranger Regiment, each battalion has a HHC company and Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, and Echo companies, respectively. The Regimental Special Troops Battalion has a reconnaissance, communications, military intelligence, and selection and training company. There's way more to it, but you won't need to know the specifics until you're actually in the regiment. The 75th Ranger Regiment is also a part of the United States Special Operations Command, or USOCOM. They get a lot of funding for their training and mission set. Because of their diverse mission set, Rangers can be sent to a multitude of schools and receive a lot of training. To name some, they can go to SEER School, Sniper School, Air Assault School, Jungle, Mountain, and Arctic Warfare Schools, Freefall, Combat Diver Course, JTAC, and much more. Another opportunity they have is attending SOCOM, which stands for Special Operations Combat Medic Course. It must be noted that they can only attend the short course, whereas Army SF Green Berets attend the long course. If you want to learn more about SOCOM and Army Special Forces, go check out our videos on them. We will leave the links in the description. So, everyone's heard of the Rangers.
Rangers lead the way!
But do you know the difference between these two bad boys? We're going to be going over the Ranger tab and the Ranger scroll and what makes a Ranger a Ranger. You'll want to pay attention to this. Soldiers who attend and complete RASP, which stands for Ranger Assessment and Selection Program, earn the Ranger Scroll and can don the tan beret in regiment. The beret is tan due to it being the same color as the leather caps worn by the original Rangers back in history. However, a Scrolled Ranger isn't completely done yet. While someone who doesn't have a tab can be a part of regiment, they will eventually go to Ranger School and earn the Ranger tab, which looks like this. If you're a part of regiment, you will most likely be both scrolled and tabbed, or are awaiting Ranger School. Some designations are required to be both scrolled and tabbed off the bat, such as infantry and field artillery officers. The Ranger tab is something that anyone who is sent to Ranger School can earn. It's essentially a qualification in small unit leadership. Members from all branches can attend Ranger School and earn the Ranger tab, such as Navy SEALs, SARCs, Air Force personnel, and Marines. But that doesn't make them a bona fide Army Ranger like those who are in regiment. While it may seem confusing at first, it is a pretty simple concept once you're familiar with it. Since we just said getting a Ranger tab is possible from other branches, you do not have to attend RASP before Ranger School. However, in order to be in the 75th Regiment as a Ranger, you must go through either RASP 1 or RASP 2. Now you're probably wondering what the difference between RASP 1 and 2 is, so don't worry, we're about to tell you. RASP 1 is 8 weeks long and trains soldiers in the pay grades E1 through E5 in the basic skills and tactics in order to operate in the 75th Ranger Regiment. RASP 2, which is 3 weeks long, is for senior non-commissioned officers, warrant officers, and commissioned officers. This course assesses the suitability of mid and senior grade leaders for assignment to the regiment and teaches them the operational techniques and standards of the Ranger Regiment. In order for a soldier to qualify to attend RASP 1, they must be able to pass the Ranger screening, which includes a psychological review, background check, and a urinalysis, and also pass the RASP entry fitness test, which has a minimum requirement of 53 push-ups, 63 sit-ups, a 2-mile run in 14 minutes and 30 seconds or less, 4 pull-ups, and a 6-mile ruck run with a 35-pound ruck and weapon in less than 90 minutes. If you join with an Option 40 contract as a civilian, your pipeline to become a Ranger will look something like this. Basic training, OSUT, which stands for One Station Unit Training, Airborne School, and then you will attend RASP. Other MOSs will have to complete their initial MOS training before getting a shot at RASP, and the only guarantee to join the Army with a shot at RASP is with the Option 40 contract. Keep in mind, it is possible to volunteer for it at AIT or Advanced Individual Training, but there is no guarantee you'll get the opportunity to go. The list of MOSs that a Ranger can be is super long, so we will leave a link in the description to that. You will need a GT score of 105 in order to qualify for the Army Rangers. Bottom line, you may get the opportunity to volunteer for RASP if you join the Army with a different contract other than the Option 40 contract, but you're only 100% going if you get the Option 40. In order to join the 75th Ranger Regiment, you must be active duty in the Army. If you're in the Army Reserves, National Guard, or some other service, you will have to enlist in the Army and serve for 6 months before you can submit a package for RASP. Well, that is the down and dirty of the United States Army Rangers. We gave you a breakdown of the regiment, how to get a shot at training, and what Rangers are all about. If you've learned something from this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and like the video. As always, thanks for watching. What would you like to see next?
All your friends are subscribing to General Discharge, and you don't even want to be here.